Welcome to Silent Tales UK. We share the untold stories of British horror.
Deep in the heart of Essex, there was a place where the living and the dead refused to stay apart. This is Borley Rectory, once known as the most haunted house in England. Witnesses didn't see shadows, they saw her. A phantom nun.
They say she was a nun who fell in love with a monk from a nearby monastery. A love that was strictly forbidden. They tried to flee, a carriage was waiting, but fate was faster than their horses.
In 1863, Reverend Henry Bull built the rectory on the very site where that tragedy occurred. For the Bull family, it was supposed to be a home. But the house had other plans.
During a dinner party, all the guests stopped. A figure was watching them from the garden.
Many reported a phantom coach and horses through the gates and vanishing into thin air. Footsteps followed the daughters in the hallways. Heavy, dragging sounds in empty rooms.
Then, the servant bells began to ring. All of them, even the ones with the wires cut.
This ancient house holds many secrets. Every shadow tells a story of its own. Price arrived during the tenancy of the Foyster family. What he witnessed defied all logic.
Candlesticks flew across the room. Pebbles were thrown by unseen hands. But the most chilling part? The messages, scribbled on the walls in front of their very eyes.
Marianne Foyster was the primary target. She was pulled from her bed by invisible forces. The air would turn ice cold. A heavy, suffocating presence that no one could see, but everyone felt. The Foysters couldn't take it anymore. In 1935, they fled, leaving the house to its ghosts. Price didn't give up. He leased the house for a year and invited 48 observers to live there. They recorded temperature drops of 20 degrees in seconds. The house was a living, breathing entity.
In the library, books would jump from the shelves. Price found them piled in strange, ritualistic patterns.
The nun was still there, always walking the same path. Price caught her on film, or so he thought.
A spirit communicated a warning. The rectory would burn, and the nun's bones would finally be found.
In 1939, a new owner, Captain Gregson, box of books. He knocked over an oil lamp. The most haunted house in England went up in flames. But witnesses say they saw the ghosts watching from the burning windows.
They gave her a Christian burial. They thought the haunting would finally end with her peace.
But even without a house, the land remembers. The screams didn't stop with the fire. In Chapter 2, we uncover the evidence. Harry Price hid from the world, the lies and the real terror. With the house in ruins, the investigation didn't die. It moved into the archives of the Society for Psychical Research. Harry Price's 48 observers had stories that the newspapers were too afraid to print.
They reported blue lights floating in the ruins of the library, moving with a mind of their own.
One room remained ice cold, even in the middle of a summer heat wave. A portal that refused to close,
When the jawbone was found, it proved one thing. The legend of the bricked-up nun wasn't just a story.
Beneath the kitchen floor lay a hidden well. Locals believe it held secrets darker than the fire could reach.
The camera never lies. Accusers claimed Price threw the stones himself to keep the reporters interested and the headlines screaming.
Years later, Marianne Foyster admitted she had played tricks, but only to explain the things she couldn't understand.
But how do you explain the writing? Messages appearing on walls while Price was miles away in London? In 1944, the ruins were finally torn down. The most haunted house in England was leveled to the ground.
Today, nothing remains but an empty field and a silent church. But the air here, it still feels heavy.
Visitors to the Borley church still report seeing the nun. She hasn't left. She's just waiting.
Late at night, the sound of an organ echoes from the empty church, a melody from a century ago.
It's not just the nun. A tall, dark figure in a hat is seen standing by the gates, watching everyone who enters.
Equipped with the latest technology, modern investigators still find things that Price never could.
Disembodied voices caught on tape, asking for a piece they will never find.
Don't go. Some say it's not the house that's haunted. It's the land, a place where the veil is thin and torn.
The monk who loved her is said to haunt the nun's walk, forever searching for the woman he died for.
Two souls trapped in a loop of time, a tragedy that repeats every time the moon is full.
Why does Borley Rectory still haunt our imagination? Perhaps because we fear the same thing they did.
The fear that even after death, our secrets and sorrows will never truly rest.
Whether Harry Price was a fraud or a genius, the ghosts of Borley remain, unyielding, unforgettable.
If you ever find yourself in Borley after dark, don't look back.
Did Harry Price fake it all? Or is Borley truly the most haunted place on Earth? Tell us in the comments.
Join the Silent family for more cinematic tales of the UK's darkest mysteries. Subscribe to Silent Tales UK.
Next time, we journey to the north, to a castle where the screams never end.
I see you.